episode of the Soccer Podcast Show. I'm your host, Paul, and I'm joined by my co-host, Noel. So, Noel, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
How are you doing, Paul? How are you keeping?
Okay, Noel, we're looking back on Sunday evening, the final of the Euro 2024 Championship. Spain 2, England 1. I thought Spain were the better team and fully deserved it. So, what's your analysis?
Yeah, fully deserving of the championship, Paul. Spain, better team overall in the tournament. A better team on the night. First half was very, very cagey. You could say Spain had a lot of the ball. They were trying to get out of the wings, Nico Williams and Yamal, but Kyle Walker and Lucas Shaw were doing very well on him. And there wasn't really much in the first half, to be honest with you, Paul. It was cagey enough. It was many people thought it was a bit dire enough the first half, but the second half opened up completely. I think the early goal did make England want to play a bit more because I think
Noel, I'm going to jump
England
in there. Noel, we were spoken this time last year. We were talking about championship minutes right
yeah,
after half time, and once again,
yeah,
huge impact.
huge impact. Oh, a minute and 30 seconds into the second half, sorry, Paul, and was ball down the right hand side. Luke Shaw for once sort of hadn't kept tabs on Yamal, runs me across the box. I think Kyle Walker's tucked in too far because he's actually this I think it was Morata or Olmo was running into the box, and whether it was intentional or not, the ball was sort of let go to the edge of the box, and then came Nico Williams bursting the gut, and he just buries it past Kyle Walker. Buries it past Jordan Pickford. Sorry, but I felt Kyle Walker should have, he got caught, maybe a little bit ball watching, and his main man, the man he was marking all first half, he actually did quite well himself and Stones. I thought kept Nico Williams quiet in the first half. Williams always look a threat, but very, very good goal. And it's just after the championship minutes, Paul, before and after half time. That's when you need to be focused. That's when you need to be switched on. And I felt Spain came out really determined in the second half. To be honest, they lost one of their best players, Rodri, during half time. He got taken off. I think he sort of collided with Laporte in the first half when he was trying to make a block. I don't think he ever really recovered. And the big moments, Paul, we might get onto maybe about Harry Kane, how people say he's been sort of carrying injury, but Rodri got sort of injured in the first half. He could have played on, but no, De La Fuente said, look, you're coming off, you're not 100%, I'm taking you off. Big call, Paul, because Rodri was announced as player of the tournament after the game. He's a huge asset to Spain. If you think of Manchester City, for example, Paul, a lot of the games Manchester City, when they've lost, and they haven't lost many, normally Rodri's either suspended or he's injured. He's a big, big player for Spain and Man City in that centre midfield. He's one of the best players in that position. So it's a big call. Maybe he was forced to make it, but he had to make it, and he got taken off at half time. Now in the celebrations, it didn't look too bad, but I think if he hadn't been legal at all, the Fuente said no, you're coming off, and he did. I thought the midfield in Spain were excellent in the second half, to be quite honest with Paul, even with his absence. Danny Olmo had a chance nearly 2 minutes after and had England on the rack. Nick Williams had a shot that just went past the post. So I think Spain came out really determined in the second half. I wouldn't say they caught England on the hop, but I have to say they upped the pace of the game. Passing was slicker, faster, and it took England a while to adjust, but they hung on in there. Cole Palmer, who I'd be beating the drum about Cole Palmer. He's one of the best players in England in the English league. Young player of the year. He carried Chelsea all season, and I wouldn't Christmas have big time over Southgate is how he didn't get more minutes. I think he's a fantastic young player. The goal he got was brilliant. He was high on the pitch. There was no settling into the game or anything like that. 2 minutes into the game, and he scores a fantastic goal, brings it back to 1-1. And from there on, you're thinking, England might just sneak this. I said in the preview there, was it Friday we did the preview, I said Spain should win it, but England might just nick it. And that was the way it was going for 1-1. But again, I don't think England pushed on either. I know he took off Harry Kane, but a lot of people say, and I've been saying this nearly all week, I don't think Kane is fully fit, and he didn't look himself at all this tournament. Runs into the box. I think Ollie Watkins would be saying, how did not get more minutes? And even the goal that Spain scored, the second goal, good. I wouldn't say it was a counter attack, but good ball up the wing. Olmo lays it off to Cucurella. I think actually the pass actually forced Cucurella's mind up. he's defending Cucurella at the left back can be a bit suspect, but going forward he's a very good player.
Sorry to cut across you. Just before we go into the winning goal for Spain, again go back to England, and I have to say, and I've been saying it all along, they show real character, because when Spain got the first goal, they could have scored 2 or 3, but England hung in there. They created the goal chance, got a brilliant goal from your man, the sub come on, and then Palmer, and then England were on top for 10 minutes. And I thought that was probably the criticism. That was probably a chance to put a knife into Spain. But I have to compliment England. They came back first time. And now that you talk about the Spanish goal.
Yeah, I think, just on that, Paul, I think that was the time to go for it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think England, like, I'm not so as big a fan as you know yourself, but I felt if England were going to lose, I felt they had to make a few more changes. I think those players, the squad.
I'm cutting across again. I apologise, but when England got the equaliser, for the next 10 minutes, they were actually on top, and Spain were all over the shop. So they didn't need to make more changes. That was the time to go for it. And they always say too, in every game, there's a certain time when the tide goes with you. So that's a legitimate criticism over them. But at that stage, England were really playing well, I thought. It was 1-1 for about 10 minutes before Spain took control again.
I thought so, Paul. But to be fair, other than the goal, like, I don't remember the Spanish keeper having to make any big save. Right? No, to be fair, before Spain scored, Pickford didn't make many saves either. But I felt England, after maybe being a bit lucky to be only 1-0 down at the time. Now let's face it, Olmo had a great chance. I mean, it was more or less that he shanked it. To be honest with you, he didn't connect with it at all, right? And that's not really good defending. That's just bad finishing by Spain, and that's fair enough. But also, Nico Williams had a chance. Lamela had a very good chance. Pickford, I felt, I don't think it was true great. I think Pickford made 2 very good saves.
Well, you know what people would say, that's his job. That's what he's saying for his country, for the top keeper. You know, that's what the keeper is there for.
Oh, I know, yeah, but it wouldn't be true. It wasn't true great, so we say, management or substitutions or different tactics by England. I think, to be fair, if Olmo, I keep saying it was literally 2 minutes, and to be fair, Paul, England weren't switched on. England were on the rack big time after that goal went in by Nico Williams, the first goal. For 3 minutes, you talk about Spain all over the shop. England were all over the shop for a good 5-10 minutes there for the second half. Spain just upped the pace completely, and it was more through luck and bad finishing by Spain that they didn't get another goal. Like, Lamela had a very good chance, maybe later on in the game when it was 1-1, actually, funny enough, and I think he hit it straight at Pickford. And to be honest with you, in the way he's been playing, he should be doing better. So that necessarily it wasn't too good defense. I think the English defense, Kyle Walker and Shaw, in the first half, I thought were good. They kept Nico Williams and Yamal, the 2 wingers, very, very quiet, you could say, but they always looked at a little bit of a dangerous, but they always got in the last minute block or dispossessed them. The second half, I thought Williams played much better, and Kyle Walker, he hasn't had a great tournament, Paul. People, like a few Liverpool fans, will be saying, like, if the 2 goals the 2 goals came down his side, by Nico Williams getting in and drilling the ball in when that's his man, he should be getting in the block, and I think I was mentioning the second goal there by Spain. I think the pass is a little bit short, and it forces Cucurella to drill it into the box. And I think people say Walker should have slide tackled or got there before Cucurella, and he didn't. And I think the goal as well, Paul, I don't know about the goal. I think it's Gay marking the substitute. I can't pronounce his name. I just forgotten. But I felt that Pickford. I felt that was the only place he could put it, Paul, during the second goal. I thought Pickford sort of dived the wrong way. Yeah. I don't know if it's. I haven't heard any other people say it, but I felt the finish. He was stretching for it. I thought it was always going to be at that post, Paul, where the ball was going to go, because he's literally stretching for it. Just about he gets great contact onto the end, but Pickford dives the other way. I just felt, obviously Pickford dives the other way, catches it straight into his chest, but I just felt that on the game itself, Paul, and over the tournament, Spain deserved it. They were a better team. Now, no, England had, in the 89th minute, they had a corner.
They had a brilliant chance. Yeah, just talk about that now, because beginning, sorry, no, just before you talk about it, and I'm emphasising this point, and yes, Spain, I fully concede and accept, and there's no acceptance true. Spain were the better team, fully deserved to win it, but I have to compliment England. They came back once, and they almost came back and they should have scored a second equaliser. And because your man, if you put in a looping header, the Spanish defender wouldn't have cleared it. But just describe that chance in England.
Yeah, it was good. It was a header by Declan Rice. The goalkeeper saved it, and we discussed it numerous times about corners and free kicks, Paul.
Yeah.
With corners particularly, having someone on the near the post, Paul, near the keeper. So if the keeper can't get us, and look, it was. I think actually it was one of the one corner I saw all tournament where there was a man on the post. Nalmo picked up the position. He covered for his goalie because his goalie's on the ground.
Yeah.
The goalie's not going to get it. The goalies have to make the save, and he's not going to get up in time when I think it's Mark Gay's header of all people. He heads it away, and then Declan Rice comes in with another header and it goes past the post. And that was pretty much England's chance. They didn't really create.
No, that was the chance. No, that was the golden opportunity. Yeah. And just go back to the English player. Sorry, no, for cutting across you. If he had put a loop and header, he would have gone into net. But look, in fairness, you have to compliment the Spanish defender. As you said, he went down the line, the most basic stuff 100 years ago, and you do it yesterday, you do it today, and you do it tomorrow. He covered for his defender, so you have to compliment the Spanish defender for that. But in fairness, England did create the chance.
Oh, and to be even a bigger plus for the man that cleared the ball off. Now he's actually midfielder, so
yeah.
he was. They're all one for all, and everybody back taking up positions now. To hear Declan Rice take a free header, but they were all there covering, battling for the ball. And I think in added time, I think if there's one thing the Spanish know, whether it's club level or international level, they know how to play the game in the extra time. Yeah. You know, any slight contact or down, they're taking all day with the free kicks, taking all day with the goal kicks. It's part of the game, Paul. It's professionalism. You know, you do not give your opponent any opportunity to get back into your box. And they played out time. Now, I thought, to be fair, the Ninjas were saying, all right, a lot of the time in that time was wasted. But look, that's it. England would have done the exact same thing, Paul. To be fair, professionalism. You get the job done. Hell or high water, you get the job done and you take home the trophy when Spain did. I think overall, Paul, if you look at what Spain have done in the group, they beat Croatia 3-0, they beat the Italians, defending champions 1-0, and could and should have been more. The rest of the players still beat Albania 1-0. They beat Georgia 4-1. They beat Spain after Pedri got injured. They beat Germany after Pedri got injured in the first half.
Yeah.
After about 10 minutes, I think Toni Kroos crushed him. And they had a sucker punch of the equaliser by Germany, but then won the game in extra time. They beat France, who were many people's favourites.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best squads in Europe, 2-1. And now they're beating England 2-1 in the final. So I have to say, overall...
they had beaten all the top teams, which are the top traditional strong teams in Europe. So there was no fluke about it. They beat them all. Everyone they took on, they beat. So you have to say they were without doubt the best team and fully deserved it.
Fully deserved, Paul. And before the tournament, I think, you know, I said I can't see a team with Morata. I've known him from the time he was at Chelsea, at 2 seasons at Chelsea. He was very, very poor. He's not really a top striker, but to be fair, he was captain. I think he got two goals. I think I'm not mistaken. He got one in the group stage anyway, and we got the one goal. He got a goal against Germany in the knockout rounds. So he's done his bit. Obviously, I don't know, was he fully fit himself, because he got a little bit injured in the semi-final, but he did his job. Got taken after about 50 or 60 minutes. You know, he gave as much as he could. And I think all around, you know, the wingers, I think, Paul, is where this final was on. Yamal played very well tournament. He was only 17 on Saturday. So it's amazing for a young player like this. He was the youngest player, I think, to play in a European final or World Cup final. So that just shows you how regarded he is. And to be fair, Paul, what I've seen of him, that praise is well worth it. To score that screamer of a goal he did against France takes some battle. And I think he's only going to improve year on year. The whole squad, David Carvajal, you know, right back, very good player, got the goal in the Champions League final. So they've got experience and youth, nice blend there, and a manager that really trusts the youth players. So, look, I think they're deserving champions. I think England had their chances. They were stuttering a bit more in the group stages and the knockout rounds, but they got there in the end. I do feel though that look, I it's not hindsight, no problem. I'm just saying there are a few players there that could have made a more of an impact during the tournament for England, like Gordon. I felt I don't think the risk was that huge in a lot of the games, Paul, to be fair, to bring on players like Gordon or Palmer or even Watkins earlier. I think their attack, defensively, I think England were sound. That was the one main criticism actually before the tournament, that England don't have a great defence. They have these great players in midfield and attack. Harry Kane is one of the best strikers in Europe before the tournament, and he's just because he had a bad tournament, not going to write him off now. But I would say though that the thing that a lot of English people are saying, and they haven't, it's not hindsight, they've been saying this all tournament, that we're not maybe using as much of the squad as we can. And to be fair to Ivan Toney, who came